Hey, it's CJ. Welcome back to the Rundown. Tonight, my special guest, Quincy Briscoe, South Boston Jeff, and the infamous TC Restani are with me. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Captain Dave Marciano, and how would you like the freshest local New England seafood shipped to you overnight? No running around from store to find what you like. We have it here at angelicaseafoods.com. Everything from tuna, haddock, cod, clams, lobsters, scallops, we have it all. The finest seafood overnight to your door, anywhere in the continental U.S. angelicaseafoods.com.
Hey, it's CJ. Welcome to the Rundown. Finally back from hiatus, a very long hiatus.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. What happened to you?
Yeah, I took a little break to spend some time with the family, and then you had the studio redone. So
of course. Well,
wait.
it's not my fault. It's Abby's fault. She's the executive producer of everything down here.
But you are the one that gave her the open checkbook.
Well, if you don't, you're not going to get anything done around
The
here.
landscaping looks phenomenal.
Isn't that great? Yeah, even though we're on the penthouse, the landscaping still looks good all the way down at the opening door.
Yes.
Looks great. We got South Boston Jeff in here and Quincy Briscoe, hosts of their own popular podcast, Clouded Conversations.
Hey.
And I'm glad to be back here on the Rundown with CJ. This isn't the first time we've seen each other since a hiatus. We've gone on many adventures.
That's right.
Since the last time we did a little podcast here. And you can talk about some of those adventures.
We took a nice little trip down to see the Shea collection. I don't know if anybody knows about Bill and Patrick Shea from Hubbardston, Massachusetts. They have the largest private collection of Back to the Future memorabilia and film-used props and cars from many of the pop culture films of the 80s and even previous to the 80s.
Probably. I mean, the Back to the Future barn, as I christened it back in the 2012, because they had everything at one point in time.
Right.
Fit in one barn.
That's right.
Now it has migrated to like 4 barns on their property, and it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And as you can see on the screen right now, there are some pictures that we took down there on our last trip to the Back to the Future barn, which South Boston Jeff has been there many, many, many times.
Correct, Amundo. I love checking out his war collection. I mean, that's another barn altogether. He puts it that one aside for special fans.
That is true. We won't get into that right now. But on the screen right now, CJ, you're having a blast. Look at all these photos.
Amazing. I just had an amazing time. And to sit in some of the original pieces that Michael J. Fox sat in on set and to see the one-of kinds that he had there. He had the 49 Doc Brown package.
The only one in existence.
Only one in existence. So all 3 films. Amazing. Amazing time. My favorite was the Steve McQueen garage, though, other than the Back to the Future
Correct.
stuff.
Now, he's updated that. Last time I saw any of his Steve McQueen stuff, he had a few of his bikes there. Now he's got cars and another mural on the wall and all that other stuff.
All new stuff, too.
But getting back to the Packard.
Yeah.
When he told me he was going to get that, as soon as he got it, I went out and saw it. You know what the first thing I did was?
What did you do?
I sniffed the seat where Leah Thompson sat.
Did you really?
You can ask Patrick Shea.
I believe you.
He was like, oh my God. I said, well, I had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and the famous nip slip. I don't know if
I know
listening audience knows about that, but why don't you tell us about that?
Actually, if you can see the picture on the screen right now, this is a movie that's out there on streaming. Anything. It's not like anything was photoshopped or whatnot. Many, many moons ago, I watched the movie frame by frame. I had nothing to do for like 4 days. All right. This was going back to the VHS days.
Okay, all right.
Okay, because I had flying eraser heads on my VHS, so it had a nice clean picture. It didn't have those wavy rainbow lines.
Very.
So for some weird reason, I watched it, and then I noticed, I was like, nah, and thought nothing of it. Then years later, when the DVDs and the Blu-rays and the 4Ks and everything came out,
Crystal clear picture.
Crystal clear. I went back, and lo and behold, you can see the top of her nipple.
Yes.
When the scene where Biff is like, when he's getting in the car.
Look what we have here.
Oh,
right?
it was that scene, but after that scene, he goes, this ain't no peep show when he closes the door on the gang, and she's hiding in distress. She's like petrified. You can see it in that scene.
Unbelievable. And I didn't believe you at first when you told me, and I went back and I watched it on Blu-ray, and It's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there.
So there's nudity in Back to the Future.
Not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
What was your favorite part of
which
this
one?
latest trip?
Of the latest trip to the Shays?
Yeah.
I would have to say I was the most impressed with, maybe the Ferris Bueller car
Yes.
or the solid gold DeLorean.
Yes.
The Back to the Future stuff, well, they actually added a Part 2 car, the one with the hover wheels and all that other stuff.
Right.
And the Shays never told me that they were going to have the Ferris Bueller car there. That was
that was a nice little surprise.
That was a surprise because I asked Patrick, are you anything new? And he goes, nah, nothing.
Right.
Nothing at all. And it's like, okay, all right. And lo and behold, there it was. And the car that you see on the screen right now is the actual screen-used car from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the one that Cameron Fry kicked and went out the window.
It is, and he was telling me off to the side, he pays $6,000 for the original license plate, Illinois license plate. That's the actual license plate from Ferris Bueller's car that says Nervous on it. Just an amazing one of piece. Yeah, the car that is on the screen right now was the actual Ferrari that went through the window in that last scene, that infamous last scene when Cameron kicks it through the glass.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land,
let my people go.
Unbelievable! It was a great trip out there.
It was, and I enjoyed the 24 karat gold plated '83 DeLorean too. It's the only DeLorean produced with tan saddle leather interior, and it was the last one produced in existence of that kind. I think there were only 3 made.
It was a promotional thing for a credit card company.
American Express.
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah.
Or a gold DeLorean. but you and I were sitting there chatting. We were looking at the gold DeLorean, which was very impressive.
Right.
But the DeLorean without all the Back to the Future goodies on it, it looks naked.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Right, because we're so used to seeing the time machine.
Like Johnny Carson's DeLorean is a pretty naked looking.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, DeLorean's a cool looking car, but without all the flux capacitors and the tempered coils and all that other fun stuff, the Mr. Fusions, it just sits there. It's a stainless steel car.
Yeah.
Quincy, you look befuddled over there. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just observing some of the cars.
Okay.
From across
cars.
the room and everything. I mean, observing out of his new cat-like eyes. Yeah, my cat.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a cat
X-ray
trying
vision.
out new eyes.
You're like the $6 million man. Well, that sounds more like Tweaky.
Well, okay, you can do the $6 million man then.
Isn't it like...
There you go.
And Quincy rides motorcycles. Right before the show, I was showing him some pictures from the Steve McQueen garage, and that collection's pretty impressive. There's a 1941 Indian Chief motorcycle from Chips. You like that one, right? We got the picture on the screen right now.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Indian bike, but by right, I thought they ride Kawasaki bikes.
No, this one is a 41 Indian Chief.
Next time Ponch and John are in town, we'll ask them.
Just don't send me over to ask him.
Yeah, don't send Jeff over. Jeff, why don't you tell the fans out there on the rundown of the time when you met Poncherello, Eric Estrada?
I'm dying to hear this story.
Oh, I was like, so what's the name of that women in prison movie you did over in California? He's like, I don't remember that stuff. And I was like, I think it was called Cage Fury, right? He's like, yeah, you would know. And then he accused me of being on TMZ. Who are you, TMZ? Get the hell out of here. But Poncherello didn't like me too much.
Well, you know what? He did finally admit to it that he had no way out of that. You basically had said, dude, you were in this women in prison movie, and Ponch just like looked at him. And it's actually on, I think it's on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/AfterHoursTC. You type in South Boston Jeff Celebrity Stalking Chips, you'll see the video of when you asked him that question.
What was the name of the movie?
I think it was Caged Fury was the name of it.
Caged Fury.
Yeah, it was it wasn't one of his proudest roles.
Was this before or after Chips?
Oh, this was way after.
Oh, so he's basically his career tanked after he went on Chips.
Yeah, pretty much.
He had the kind of like the same attitude as William Shatner did, like being the kingpin on Star Trek, but he was the kingpin on Chips. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, Chips was a great show. I'm not going to say it wasn't an awesome theme song, but in the same category as Star Trek, I don't think so. There, Ponch.
No way.
And I just Googled this, and it was a movie from 1990, and it's billed as an action erotic film.
It's way after Chips. That's 6 years after Chips ended.
A motorcyclist and martial artist, Eric Estrada, forces to free an innocent woman from prison run by a deviant warden and murderous guards, starring Roxanna Michaels.
Oh, I remember her. She was in a few rock videos back in the 80s.
Playboy's Tales of Erotic Fantasies.
Would she show up in some USA Up All Night movie?
Yeah, she probably would.
Okay. Well, obviously, this would be one of them. Wow, so that was a long time after Chips. That was 6 years after Chips. You know what? I like Eric Estrada. Eric Estrada is actually a fun guy. He's actually, if you get to talk to him at these conventions, he's not, he may come off like being like macho and egotistical, but when you talk to him one-on-one, I remember we were at one of the Chillers, and we were just sitting outside on the patio.
Right.
And he just came over and sat with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're shooting the shit with Punch.
Was John there? Was Larry Wilcox?
He was, but he wasn't out shooting the shit with us on the patio.
No?
He was not. He was not.
That's too bad.
He's like a really goody guy.
Yeah.
Down to earth. But, he's not Punch.
Right. No, I got you.
Punch was the wild man on Chips.
Uh-huh.
And didn't John take a hike because he got sick and tired of working with Punch? I think that was the rumor, like the last season of Chips or something, that he's like, fuck this guy. I'm tired of working with him. He's an egomaniac. And I think he left the show. And they bumped somebody up from the lesser cast to be the new partner for Punch.
I don't remember. I didn't follow Chips all that tight back then, so I don't know. Jeff, do you know?
I've always wanted to see a spinoff of Chips with Abe Vigoda from Barney Miller, and we can call the show Fish and Chips.
That would be good. That would be like, I can fit your fish out. Okay, let's get on this motorcycle. An old timer like, do you think he could handle a bike?
Who? Eric
Fish.
Estrada? Oh, well, no, he's dead.
Abe Vigoda. Even when he was alive, Quincy, I don't think he could.
No, I don't think so either.
He was born 85 years old.
And how old, at the time when you were with Punch, how old do you think he was?
Oh, back in the day on Chips?
Yeah.
I'm going to say he was probably in his mid-30s, maybe.
Right. You mean when TC met him? How old was he?
Yeah.
Oh, when I met him. Okay,
Yeah.
that's probably about 15, 16 years ago. So he was probably in his, I'm going to say he's in his 70s now.
Right.
So he's probably in like late 50s, early 60s when I met him.
And did he look good?
He looks exactly the same. He still looks exactly the same.
He's like Paul Rudd. He never ages. And he's
Right.
That's because he took care of himself.
tapping all these young ladies.
That's right. He's eating a lot of chips.
Here you go. You got to eat the chips,
Better than eating the fish.
and the fish.
Well, what's her name? That runty little lesbian broad.
Who's this?
Linda Hunt. Linda Hunt.
Oh,
Linda
God.
Hunt.
She's another one who's looked the same for 50 years.
Oh,
You mean the Shattuck Mapes
Yeah.
from the original Dune?
Yeah.
she looks like roadkill. I mean, she's terrible.
She was the assassin chick in that movie, If Looks Could Kill. Remember that one with, who was that guy? Richard Grieco? Was that the guy's name?
Yeah, Richard
Yeah,
Greco.
yeah.
Yeah.
Greco, whatever his name was. He was
21 Jump Street,
He was a high school kid, and he thought he was, they thought he was a super spy agent, and they were trying to kill him on a field trip to France. You remember that one?
I do.
Am I correct? Is that Richard Grieco? You have to look at it.
It is.
It is Richard Grieco.
Yes, it is.
That wasn't really a bad movie, but I remember that she was in there as the assassin trying to get him.
Yeah, she's a funny little actress. Like I said, she's looked the same for years and years.
Is she still kicking?
Yeah, she is.
Is she still kicking, CJ?
Linda Hunt, absolutely, she is.
Well,
I believe Jeff, but I'll fact check just for the sake of fact checking. But let's check.
if she is
Linda
alive,
Hunt is 79. God bless her.
she should be out doing conventions.
Yeah, she is right there.
She should be out doing conventions. She'd make a fortune with all the Dune nuts that are out there.
And her spouse is Miss Karen Klein.
Yeah,
I
has
never knew
been
she
for
was
years.
lesbian.
Not Calvin Klein, but Karen Klein. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No relation.
Okay. Well, how do you know?
Well, because
Are you in the fashion industry?
I'm fact checking.
All right, you are fact checking. That's one thing you do on your show, CJ,
right.
is you fact check. You have your little Google machines out there fact checking everything we say other than Quincy, because we know Quincy's always right.
That's right.
Fantastic. Now, speaking of Google machine out there, did you see those pictures that Daisy Ridley posted last week?
Yes, I did.
For like Women's Health.
She was on the cover of Women's Health.
And she was in the pages of Women's Health as well. On the screen right now.
She's exquisite.
It's like, she's it.
Absolutely. And a shout out to Daisy. If you've seen the promo on my Twitter channel, Daisy held up our sign and said we would be back in the studio. We want to thank Miss Ridley for doing that.
Let's give her an applause. Let's give her a round of applause. Miss Ridley out there, you're always welcome to go on any Restani production down
Absolutely.
here. I mean, look at this woman. I mean,
she's unbelievable.
I mean, people are always going, I know I'm dating myself here, but everybody goes for like the Pamela Anderson look.
Right.
Or the Ginger on Gilligan's Island. Like, no. It's always about the girl next door.
Absolutely.
And Daisy Ridley is the ultimate girl next door in the galaxy. In the galaxy.
Yeah, for real.
Oh.
And speaking of that, she's prepping to do Ray.
I'd like to be prepping to do Ray.
I bet you would.
Be a real scavenger.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you're the Star Wars expert here on this panel down here. What's the scoop on Ray?
I mean, I know it's in pre-production, but there's been little to no leaks. Disney's had a very tight leash on that, so I've seen nothing. No stills, no video, nothing.
The only picture that I know that's been out there is the one where she went to like a pre-production meeting and she was in in a barber's chair or something. I don't know if they were fitting her for a costume or anything weird like that. And she looked adorable.
Right.
And
that's all we got, because lately they're just spoon feeding us the bullshit from the Acolyte. That's it.
Okay, well, I've never watched that. I never will watch that.
We're not going to watch it.
And again, through my earpiece right now, making his way into the studio on the rundown is none other than Ricky Bittman, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it up for Ricky.
Studio.
Up and away, hey.
Up and away, hey.
He's a little early for the other production that we're going to be doing down here.
Be quiet.
Oh, no, you're always welcome to come out. Come out and share a microphone with Quincy Briscoe, for crying out loud.
Hi, Quincy.
How we doing?
How's your eyes?
What's going on, Ricky?
Can you hear okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Quincy, can you tag out? Abby needs you in the control room. We're gonna have Ricky Bickme come in for a little thing here.
Dude,
Let's hear that for Quincy Briscoe, ladies and
You're the
gentlemen.
best. You're such a doll.
Quincy's always welcome on this show. We love Quincy.
Good to see you here, guys.
How's it going, Ricky?
Jeez, what's the rest of you, for Christ's sake? All right.
All right, this is the rundown. We're on CJ's rundown.
The chair's very warm.
The chair is well, he's a warm-hearted person.
He is a warm-hearted and warm-assed, apparently, as well. You have a very warm backside, Quincy. Very warm.
Thank you.
Toasty.
Speaking of the backside.
So what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about a money thing right now, but right now CJ is talking about the upcoming Star Wars movie starring Daisy Ridley that comes out in 2026.
Jeez, okay.
And we're talking about the wonderful, sexy spread she just did in Women's Health magazine.
Even with her short hair?
See, you know what? She's the only one
You're starting to come around, huh?
She's the only
Pull it
girl
off.
that gets a pass with the short hair with me. All right, she's the only one. But fantastic. We'll continue with your update there, CJ, on this wonderful movie.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, there really hasn't been too much. I know that she was just featured, like we were just talking about. We got the picture up on the screen right now. She was featured in Women's Health. She was diagnosed with Graves' disease.
What is Graves' disease?
Graves' disease?
Isn't that what happens after you die?
No. It's a digestive and kidney disease.
Oh,
And,
God bless her. We can't have anything happen to her. I will donate a kidney to her.
Autoimmune disorder that affects the thyroid. It's a small gland in the throat. Yeah.
I'll donate my thyroid too.
You can't live without your thyroid.
I can. Well, if part of me is in her,
Oh, boy.
I bet
it's
all
worth
of you
it.
would like to be in her.
It's worth it.
So, yeah, she's looking spry on the cover of Woman's Health.
I got no complaints. Long hair, short hair, she's a diamond.
Let me see that
She's a
picture.
diamond in my book.
With a pickle fork.
Absolutely. Simple makeup and a natural look. She's just a knockout.
Let's get that picture away from me now. So that's cool. I can't wait to see that movie. And Ricky Bittman, you like we said, this is the CJ's back on the air for doing the rundown. He hasn't been here in quite a few months. He took some time off, spent some time with his family, and go on to little adventures and whatnot. And you come in with a plethora of stuff. Is this something that we're going to be talking about on the After Hours podcast?
Well, that's what I brought it for. But if you want to, well, I'll tell you.
Can we have a preview?
We got a preview.
Fantastic.
Hot off the press.
Look at
New
this.
England Patriots Cheerleaders. Host
Wow.
calendars. Is this one backwards?
Are these goodies for the crew?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. Look at the
Yeah. So,
beware Bittman's bearing gifts.
can you hang one of these in your house? Are you allowed?
You talking to Jeff or Quincy?
Quincy. Jeff's on his own man. You should give that to TC's nephew.
I definitely will give it to him.
I'm going to give you a big one.
Now, is that Abby that's featured? Is that Abby?
Oh my God!
Look at
Even with Quincy's bad eyes, that girl. What page
looks
is that?
just like Abby.
What?
Jeez, it does.
What page is that?
That is on the
January.
inside cover. January.
Hold on here.
So you're telling us that the promotional manager for Restani Productions is featured in the
Okay,
Patriots
you know what?
Cheerleaders
This girl
calendar?
looks like Abby, but Abby's way prettier than this girl.
You always say all the right things.
I'm not just saying because she's the producer of the program. I'm just being honest.
Here, give this to you for your nephew.
I will definitely. Let me.
He gets two.
He gets to. Who's
Quincy
this
gets
one?
one.
Who's this one?
I don't know. It's the same. It's Patriots Cheerleaders. This is
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's go. You know what? Let's go through the calendar here.
Okay.
Yeah, I know CJ's drooling over there. We're going to pick out which one is the hottest. And no one has this yet, right?
No, that is literally hot off the press.
When does this come out? Obviously, like
probably
like
the next
Christmas?
month. Yeah.
Okay.
Right in time for the football season.
Yeah, because they sell them in the gift shop.
Okay. I'm looking in the back here, and why is there a couple dudes on here as cheerleaders? Are they the Spirit Squad from the
2025? I got
from the WWF?
I got to be dead honest with you. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Okay, you know what? There's not one person here on this table that wouldn't trade places with these guys right now.
Yeah, well, I think they're the setup guys. Don't they throw these girls around on the field?
Well, they have to have men now. They do. Every team has a guy cheer.
Well, that ain't anything new.
No, but I mean, you saw it mostly in college.
Because you remember the show Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah,
Remember that
but it was kind of a scholastic thing. It was never the NFL never really had male cheerleaders till recently.
Right. Well,
These are some.
after the Olympics, anything's going.
I got notes to talk about Ray Gunn. Is it Ray Gunn, the breakdancer?
Reagan?
Ray Gunn.
Ray Gunn?
You haven't seen this yet?
No.
No.
Jesus, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, you gotta
I'm
watch
dying.
it.
Who, Ray Gunn.
It was the breakdance competition. Ray Gunn was from Australia, and
They have breakdancing in Australia?
they have breakdancing in the Olympics.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And what's the deal? Well, she's from Australia, and right now she's pleading for privacy because she's getting harassed right now because the demonstration was so poor. And I'm not exaggerating. Usually when things go viral, I kind of avoid it because I figure at some point I'm going to run into it. But I kept seeing this picture, and she's in a jumpsuit. It's the same color as the ticket takers down at Universal Studios that stand in the booth, which is these yellow and aqua uniforms. And these poor kids wear the most ugliest things in the world. She's got a jumpsuit on and a hat, and she is probably the single worst breakdancer I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
When I say it's bad, take the worst thing you can imagine and multiply it by 10,000.
You've never seen Quest breakdance.
I'm telling you, Quest is going to look like Boogaloo Shrimp compared to her. Because seriously, she's really like she's getting death threats. Not death threats, but she's just getting ridiculed to the point where she can't take it.
Okay, I've gone through this.
You went through that quick, I'm telling you.
I went through
You
this
got it memorized, don't you?
Who's your favorite month?
So far, my favorite one in here is Miss May.
Oh, isn't she cute?
Yeah.
My birth month. Look at that.
What's her name? Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan the cheerleader.
Petite little brunette.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Someone's enjoying it.
Quincy, you need any Vaseline, buddy?
Oh, no,
That's where milk comes in, right?
Oh, Jesus.
I have to concur. I like May, but if I had to pick differently,
Yeah.
then I would have to go all the way back to.
Well, actually, on the back here, you get to see all their pictures.
Yeah.
And there's more than 12 months there, I'm assuming.
I think
That's the whole-
Taylor from February with that washboard stomach.
Oh, she's very good too.
Yeah, I like her.
But on the back, we're looking here. I mean, we have sneak previews here because we do everything right down here at Restani Productions.
Right.
We have ins everywhere. And I'm looking at the roster here. See, I don't watch the Patriots. I don't watch it, but I may have to now. And just go
They
out
don't
there
show them that often.
and just, I want to go to the games and just cheer them on.
There's nothing wrong
There's a
with
girl.
that.
Is that her?
That's her.
And she's in this calendar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
She's
man.
October, or as they say the Mexican way, October.
Wow. The October surprise.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is great.
See, and this ain't even available to the general public.
No.
Ricky has
Ricky
the
Bittman
end.
has all the ins
If
everywhere.
anyone asks you where you got them, say, I don't know.
Fell off the back of a truck.
Exactly.
Amazing stuff.
Some guy named Jones gave it to us.
Quando.
This is even this calendar is better. Ooh. This is I'm giving this to my nephew.
We'll have to preview
Yeah, you gotta-
a little
yeah,
this on the
that's why-
show here.
This is fantastic.
Now you got your covers. Look like they've done with a high UV gloss.
Oh
Whereas
my
the
God.
pages are just your regular gloss text.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for real. Unbelievable. These
Megan
girls are
Megan
knockouts.
M.
Megan M. I got. What month is she?
She's in June in the big calendar.
Junio, as they say.
And who's this one? Who's this wonderful looking?
We are bilingual here.
Oh, look at
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Y. Why? Because look at you.
Why? Because we like.
Why? Because I'm TC Restani and you're not. Emily M is cute too. Whoa, wait a minute. Who's this? Hold on here. Gabby is pretty cute too.
Hello, Gabby.
But yeah, I mean Jordan. I like Jordan, but I'm gonna have to say, what was that other one? What was the other girl's name there that I just liked? I'm going crazy over. I forgot her name already.
Luscious lips.
Luscious. Wasn't she on MASH?
I don't know. You said what, May?
No, this
Jordan?
girl. This girl here. Was that her name? Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, let's not mention the month here, but the run to the litter. I don't know, something's not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not saying it, but
No,
really.
no. I mean, she's very attractive,
Yeah.
but out of the other 12 months,
Listen, I wouldn't kick her out.
No, but something's a little wrong up here.
you wouldn't want to have a touchdown.
As my friend from Southie would say, is not a good helmet. That's what he would say.
Actually, Jeff, go to May in this big calendar. Do you have one?
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't that kind of look like a famous waitress we used to know?
Slippers?
No, not slippers. No.
No.
See the dead fish floating in the water behind him? That looks more like slippers.
Yeah.
Her name is Teresa, but doesn't she remind you, May?
Of who?
I'm not going to mention her name on the air.
This is one of those inside jokes
Oh, see?
that I'm never privy to these either.
Previous to my days here at Restani
Oh,
Productions.
yes. Pre-pandemic.
He's looking.
Hold it up. Hold on. I gotta take it again.
We got some candids of Quincy holding up the
Quincy holding up the
Patriot
calendar.
Yeah.
Did you find it yet, Jeff?
What the fuck is going on with my camera?
On this side now.
Hold on.
So we're gonna be hitting the road, and we're driving to Chiller in New Jersey,
We are.
and I somehow got suckered into being the chauffeur in
You
this.
didn't get suckered into. Did you?
I know.
Oh, they
I
roped you
wanted
into
to do
that?
it.
You're going down?
May, Jeff, May.
Yeah, well, TC says to me,
No,
we
that's-
need a
that's-
driver,
no,
so
it's
if he pays for my deli lunch,
Yeah.
I'm willing to go.
Why don't I just
That
pass
deli
this?
lunch, from what I heard, is
Why don't I just? We're having two conversations here. Pass that down to Jeff and look at that girl's face.
Right here.
Doesn't that look like a
wanted
waitress
to see
friend of
how long it
ours?
took.
Oh, well, very much so.
Does
Roar.
maybe we haven't seen her in a while. Maybe that's her new gig.
Could be.
It could be.
She could be sneaking off on us, Roar. Wow.
Fantastic. All right, thank you
Spitting
for
image.
the
Hey,
imagery.
Yeah, thank you.
No problemo.
Perfect for radio.
Yeah.
So, yes, we have suckered CJ. CJ, the host of this program, The Rundown,
I might have to have you pick a picture up for me.
and he's going to be driving down with us to Chiller Theater, Jeff, in October.
Yeah, he was telling me that he's psyched for it and everything. I was like, you have every reason to be psyched and everything.
the hell they had that
the meal on the way down is to die for anyway. I mean, the stop at Ryan's Deli is worth a trip. Worth a trip right there. But it's going to be a great time. I mean.
Yeah, see, it's not the show; it's the actual trip down.
Oh, yeah,
That's what sold me on going.
Well, the show itself is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not like an average Comic-Con where there's imbeciles dressed in costumes and
right.
whatnot, and the lines are 17 miles long.
Okay.
No, this is in a hotel in Parsippany, New Jersey.
Right.
And it has who's and has-beens galore, which we all love going down to.
Right.
And you're going to love it. And we have to ask you right now the big question that all the autograph hounds are going to be asking for. CJ, who's your key?
Who's my key? It's got to be the Lost Boys, Corey Feldman.
Really?
Yes.
I would have to say that I'm going down for him too. I got to have him on my machete.
If I was going, you know who my is this a thing? Who's my key?
That's the thing. If you're a seasoned autograph hound,
Which I'm not.
When we go down on these trips, there's like 4 or 5 of us, and these guys have been doing it since the '70s. They're always like, TC, who's your key? Who's your key? Who's your key? Who's your key?
You know who my key is? He just announced he's going to be there. Is Eddie Deason.
Oh, really?
We talked
Yes.
about on a recent episode.
We were just talking about him the other day.
Yeah, I'll stop by and say hello to Eddie.
Oh, you gotta.
Holy shit!
We were talking about that on the air one night, and I was telling the guys who was supposed to play the role of him and the guy, the mayor from Jaws. What's
Mayor
his name?
Vaughn?
Yeah, what's his real name?
His real name? Murray Hamilton.
Murray Hamilton and Eddie Deason played those two guys on the Ferris wheel in 1941.
Right.
You know who they approached to play those two roles?
Let me think for a minute.
So he does listen.
You were just talking to me the other day about it. Not Laurel and Hardy.
Close. Ralph Cramden and Gleason in Art County.
Yeah,
He told the
that's
story
right.
on Gilbert's podcast.
And he couldn't get them.
No, and so they settled Eddie Deason.
Well,
and
wasn't the story that Jackie Gleason was out filming Smokey 2?
Yes, I think. Yeah, he had, no. The story is they were in a
That would've
feud.
been
They were in a
perfect.
feud. They weren't getting along.
Connie and Gleason were?
Yeah, they weren't getting along at the time.
What are they like? What are they like? Dean and Jerry?
Kind of one of those. You know, all those successful.
Why don't they
teams.
just bring in the mediator Sinatra and it would all been over?
It would have been great. I remember that.
It is great. These calendars are great. So
Make sure your nephew gets both.
he'll get him. He'll get him second.
I don't need any of them. So.
You don't need them.
No, I got extras.
Oh, okay. So, CJ, anything else coming up? Because we're rapidly approaching the 5. Why am I stuttering all of a sudden?
what is the hell?
It's the
Jesus.
calendars. It's the calendar.
It is. So, no, yeah, we'll wrap up really quick. I know we got to do the Ricky show. But Kendra Wilkinson.
Kendra Wilkin.
Kendra
Wilkin. The one who used to be married to one of the. No, she was on the Hugh Hefner deal, wasn't she?
Yeah, the girls next
The
door.
girls next door with Hugh. Yeah, she's your key.
So those are my 2 keys.
Or you want to give her your hotel room key?
Yeah, but you said we couldn't stay.
Well, if you can give her a key and she'll stay, she's your key.
Okay, well, I'll do even better. I bet you I can talk her into doing a voiceover for my show.
I probably think that's a possibility.
Wow, that'd be cool.
And then we'll
We'll go from there.
go from there. But yeah, looking forward to the trip. We got a bunch of trips lined up.
We got a bunch of trips coming up. We're just on the tip of the iceberg here. TJ, it's your program. Tell the people.
We're going to be going down to Rhode Island Comic Con.
Very nice.
And we have the Screen Gem show, right?
Screen Gems?
What is it? Silver.
Oh, Silver Scream.
That's it.
The horror show.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. Why don't you tell us about it?
I'm going to go to that because it's a horror con, and I know Jeff and I is very excited about this. And you may have to have room left on your machete for this autograph, Jeff. You know who's going to be there?
I'm not sure. Probably one of the Jasons, right?
Well, there's coming a couple of Jasons here, but I think you already have them. Sean S. Cunningham, the guy who created Friday the 13th.
No boy, yeah.
All right.
He's going on the machete.
That's the George Lucas of Crystal Lake.
And where is that exactly?
Worcester, formerly known as the Worcester Centrum,
Okay.
now known as the, what is it, the DCU Center?
The DCU
Right.
Center.
Now, where are you going to be having lunch that day?
Maybe at the hot dog place?
Coney Island. George's Coney Island.
George's Coney Island? Maybe you'll have to come out with us.
You never know.
Are they
I'm not
open-
a big horror guy. Though,
Are they
so
open on Sunday?
I think they are, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to be out there on a Sunday, and it's literally a block away.
Yeah.
Free lunch.
Yeah.
Free lunch, Ricky.
Jeez, let me see.
Who's
if they
buying
open.
lunch here?
You.
No.
Oh, I thought that was the deal. You paid for lunch for
Yeah,
whoever
absolutely.
goes.
No. Maybe
Everyone come down to the palatial penthouse
Maybe
and
inside the boundaries of the palatial
Yeah.
We'll buy you
penthouse.
lunch.
You're the producer, and the producers have all the money.
Wrong. I am the host. Abby, Miss OMG, is the producer
Where
of all
the
Then
this.
hell
I'll
she
talk
been?
to
OMG.
Abby.
She's in the booth on the
And if
other
you've
end of the
noticed,
building.
we ran out of fucking solo cups again.
Are you serious? There's none tonight? I'm out of here.
Okay. Before you massacre me over here, okay? My name may be on the building like Trump. All right.
Right.
I don't go out and buy the toilet paper, the cups, or
I
anything
don't
like that.
ask for much.
So are we going to have to change the banner to Abbey Productions then?
I don't care what you do. It saves me from lawsuits.
I was just telling people how much better she is than Sabrina, and now she's screwing me over on my red solos.
Okay. I have a secret stash of solo cups. Ooh. All right. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I even sent Quincy out. Quincy, get over here real quick and talk into the microphone and tell them about the cup journey I made you go on today.
You went on a cup journey? Did you go to the hockey supply store?
No, I just went on a little trip up the street to buy some cups, small, nice cups. That's all.
All right, great.
Small, nice cups.
I'll show you one. Hold on.
You know what? Yeah, why don't you do that?
The baby solo cups.
Well, these aren't solo cups.
Dixie Riddle cups, are they?
Them's a fighting words right there.
Baby. So
I can't hear him through the headphone. What did he
I don't know,
say?
but I think he just put me in my place.
Who did he make fun of?
I think he was yelling at me.
About who?
Well, who the hell would buy Dixie Riddle cups?
He wouldn't have a clue if she was sitting on his face who Daisy Ridley was.
Man.
No, I said Dixie Riddle cups.
Dixie. Right? My mind's back 20 minutes
Daisy
ago.
Riddle cups. Don't even tell me these are the cups you bought. This is an insult.
These cups suck.
Yeah, those are.
Look at these.
This isn't even big enough to be the drool bucket.
It's a Walmart
drool
generic
medication.
medication cup.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm so
exactly.
good.
Medication time.
Where I put my
Medication
gas
time.
medication.
Exactly. They put the pills in there.
Okay, I have the secret stash of the solo cups.
I
all right?
hope so.
All right.
I hope so.
We don't have the Dixie Ridley cups that we have here right now.
You don't remember Dixie Riddle cups?
No, I don't.
You remember those, CJ, don't you? Dixie Riddle cups?
Absolutely.
Yeah, my mother bought them, and I took every one of them out of the dispenser just to read the jokes.
Where can you find Dixie Riddle cups?
I don't think you can find them anymore, though probably on eBay, somebody's selling a little box of them. Remember those?
We should bring them back. Call them the Daisy Ridley cups.
Oh, I think we should.
Absolutely. On that note,
Remember those things you put the hot water in, or the pens when the chick's clothes would fall off?
Oh yeah.
I always wanted one of those so bad.
Well, you know what? That's what eBay was invented for.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure you
right.
could find multiple ones out there.
The clothes probably just stay off now. That's no fun.
This is fantastic. Anything else you got to say, CJ? I'm getting through the earpiece here. You don't have one on here yet
no, not yet.
because Abby said, he's still a little green around the gills.
Yeah, we're getting the red light, so we're getting down to crunch time.
She put the red light in there again?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
red light special.
okay.
So, listen, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for listening tonight. We're going to be back next week and pushing season 2
Into full gear.
into full gear. Yeah. So, but I want to thank my special guest Quincy Briscoe, the incredible South Boston Jeff,
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
the legendary Ricky Bittman,
Thanks for letting me sit in on this. This was fun.
and my mentor TC Restani.
Wow, mentor.
Yeah.
Wow. And Jeff loves the mentors. So,
I absolutely do. Mentors rock.
fantastic.
Hey, this is CJ signing off. I want to take a brief moment to thank all my special guests again. Excellent episode. We'll see you next time on The Rundown.